Hey guys, it's Andrea from the blog Pine and Prospect Home, and today I want to talk about how I get things done with kids. How to get it all done. Cooking, cleaning, homeschool, being a work-at-home mom, all with 3 boys and a newborn. So 5 boys, 4 boys. Okay, well, and let me just make it clear. The last thing that I want to do is come across like I have it all together. Clearly I don't. Or that I'm some type of super mom, because clearly I'm not. Not at all. But I have developed some strategies over the years and some things that have really helped me to be able to get more done in a day, even with little children. But the very first thing that I have implemented, and I started doing this way back when I was in college, is to rise early. That's my first hack for you. It is so important, and mamas, I know it's hard. I know sometimes, especially in the newborn stage, when you've got little ones keeping you up at night, it is difficult to pull yourself out of bed, but if you can do it, it will change your life, and I'm serious about that. There's something so special about having that time. I like to spend it talking to the Lord, reading the Bible, just being alone in my thoughts. It keeps me centered, it helps me focused on what my goals are, what my mission is as a mother, and then of course just asking for that strength from the Lord. And then as the boys wake up and come to my room in the morning, I'm prepared, I'm settled, I'm ready for the day. And I think it's so important. So as the boys all come upstairs early in the morning, I've already had my coffee, I've already had some alone time, and at that point, this is the only time in the day that I allow screen time. So everyone kind of has different rules when it comes to screen time. I allow it at this time because it's kind of just a crazy time where the kids are starting to get hungry. I want to get ready. And let's just face it, kids wake up at different times every single day. So if I'm still reading my Bible or trying to, have some alone time, I am okay with my 3-year-old going on and playing a little game on his tablet. Now, of course, we try to be really careful about what games we allow, and we try to make sure they're learning something. And I like to get ready every day. This is just something that I personally like to do. I like to, brush my teeth, put on a little makeup. Dry shampoo is my friend. But just doing something, getting out of your PJs, putting on some actual clothing. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, as you can see in this video. I'm just wearing like a nursing top and a comfy skirt. But just changing and getting yourself ready for the day just makes a world of difference. So rising early is my first idea hack for you, if you will. So we start off every day by making homemade kefir smoothies. We make our own kefir. My 8-year-old now makes smoothies for the whole family. So we try to start off every day with that kefir smoothie. We use raw honey and some frozen fruit, and it's just really good for gut health. After we have smoothies, we try to have like family time where we all sit down on the couch. Now, I'm a homeschool mom, so I realize that if you send your kids to school, then this might look a little bit different for you, but we like to have this time in the morning together. I like to read a devotional. We talk about a verse that we read for the day, and we pray together. And for me, this just helps the whole family. Again, sort of going back to my alone time, it helps the family just focus on what's important, a reminder to love each other, be kind. No, it doesn't always work throughout the day, and yes, the kids forget what we read about, but family time together, whatever that looks like for you, spend some time as a family focusing on what your mission is, what your goal is as a family, how you want to treat each other. I think that's powerful and important. This baby wrap is my 3rd hack for you, and if you're beyond babies, I'm so sorry about that. You can just, not listen to this part or recommend it to another young mama that you know. This thing is a lifesaver, and Isaiah loves it. I'm so thankful for my friend. I'm sure you guys all follow her, Lisa, over at Farmhouse on Boone. She highly recommended this one. I had tried other baby carriers with the straps, and they cut into my shoulders, they hurt my back. This one distributes the weight. I will link this one for you. Oh my goodness, with multiple children, this has been so nice to have on hand. I'm able to hold him and bounce him to sleep, and I don't have to worry about, patting his butt in a crib or trying to get him to sleep in a swing. I can just put him right in here and go about my day and make breakfast for the boys. I can help them with their homeschool work and just kind of walk from child to child, helping them with their work, all while the baby just is all snuggled up and cozy in his wrap. And I'll be honest, I love having him close to me and not always, looking over my shoulder, asking someone to check on the baby. Is he okay? Checking a monitor. He's right here with me, and I enjoy every second of it, and it's precious. So that's my third idea for you. If you're a young mom, try to invest in one of these. I got mine on eBay for $7, so you don't have to buy one brand new. Mine was used. Just a little tip for you. Number 4. All right, moving on to homeschool. Okay, so I actually use a Becca curriculum for homeschooling my boys. I had a lot of questions about it in my homeschool room tour, if you didn't catch that video. But basically, the reason why I chose a Becca is because I think I've mentioned it here before, but I went to Pensacola Christian College, and I actually worked at a Becca book for 4 years while I went to college there. It helped to pay my tuition, and I was a customer service representative, so I literally knew everything about the curriculum. I was very familiar with all of the Becca books. I love the bright colors on the pages. I really love the different activities that they have the kids do in order to learn. And whenever I purchase my materials, this is the main question that I got. I was asked, where are your teacher guides? Where's your curriculum? It looks like you only purchased student books, and that is exactly right. So my next tip for you, I guess, is to keep it simple. If you're a homeschool mom, and again, I know this doesn't pertain to everyone watching this video, but if you're a homeschool mama, keep it simple. The reason why I like a Becca is because at the top of the page, they always provide an example for your student, for your child. So they can read that example and read what the new concept is that page is introducing, and then put it into practice. So I kind of read through it with my son. We do a couple practice problems together, and then he tries it on his own, and it keeps it very simple. I don't have to prepare for a lesson, and at their young ages, I'm able to do this. I get that as they grow older, it might become more difficult. Algebra, chemistry, things like that. I'm probably gonna need the teacher guide for sure. But with a 3rd grader and a kindergartner, it's just really not something that I have struggled with at all. So I enjoy just kind of going through the worksheet with them, trying to encourage them to try problems on their own. Obviously, my kindergartner, Gabriel, he's 6, he's learning how to read, so I do have to take time in the day to go through his blends and his letter sounds. But I like to keep it as simple as possible. So that's what we do. And if you have any other questions about a Becca or why I chose that curriculum, feel free to check out the blog post. I'll put a little bit more information there as well. But yes, I only purchase student materials. I keep it as simple as possible. I also like to divide their work into folders for the week. I talked about this. This is another hack of mine. That way, if I am nursing the baby in the morning still after reading time, or if I'm dealing with a dirty diaper or something, they know exactly what folder to go to because they'll know what day it is. They can pull their work out and get started while mama is busy. So that's another tip for you as well. All right, so the 5th tip that I have for you is to not work while the children are around, and I get it, they're around all day, but I'll explain in a second. When I'm having homeschool time with my kids in the mornings, or even in the summertime when we're off for the summer, I try to focus on them and be 100% present with them. I have found that if I try to work while my kids are around, it doesn't go well. I lose my patience, I get frustrated with them, I get frustrated with my work, I end up feeling guilty as a mom, and it's just not a good combination. So if you do work from home, I would suggest blocking out times that you work so that you're not competing between your work and your kids. So I really try to leave recording, for example, or any type of blog work. I leave that for the afternoons when the kids don't need my attention as much. So my 6th hack for you is to prep dinner ahead of time if you can. Now, I'm a stay-at-home mama, so I have I have the opportunity to be able to do this. If you work outside of the home, it might look different for you. Maybe you have to do some things in the morning, get some things in the crock pot, or maybe the night before pull some meat out of the freezer. But for me, I try to do as much prep as I can throughout the day to make dinner time easier on me. So if I have some time in the late morning, early afternoon, usually Caleb goes down for his nap around 1, and that's when I try to get some work done. So after lunch, the boys usually go outside and play. On this particular day that I was recording, it was kind of raining on and off, so they were inside, outside. But the rain stopped. I tried to get the kids outside. I feel like that's good for them. They need that time to play, to get their energy out. At that time, I try to do a lot of my prep for dinner. So do what you can. This particular meal took a lot of steps, but not every meal is like that. Sometimes it's just chicken on the grill with potatoes that go in the oven, or salmon that I throw in a bag with marinade. Whatever it is, try to prep ahead of time. Even with soups, you could chop all of your vegetables ahead of time, throw it in a pot, and have it simmering so that it's ready at the end of the day. All right, number 7 on my list for getting things done is just to clean as you go. So cleaning for me has changed dramatically over the years. It used to be I would take an entire day every week and deep clean the entire house from top to bottom. I loved it. I'd clean bathrooms, kitchen, vacuum, dust, clean windows, everything, and it felt so good and it was so wonderful. And that is just no longer the case. I have 4 children now. I'm homeschooling. I'm a busy mom. I'm a blogger. While I still love a clean house, it's not like we live in a pigsty. I cannot take an entire day of, 4 or 5 hours straight to just clean. I can't do that. There's too many interruptions. I'm stopping constantly for the kids. And so one thing that has kept me sane and helped me a lot is just to clean as I go. And what I mean by that is, if I'm working in the kitchen, I will try to wipe all the counters down afterwards. I will try to clean the stove afterwards. I try every day to pick things up and just to keep the house tidy at least. Now, when it is time to clean, I reserve that mainly for the weekends. When my husband's around, he can take the kids to the park and I have the house to myself and I can just clean to my heart's desire. So that's what cleaning looks like for me. But I think if you clean as you go, it will help your sanity a little bit. All right, my 8th hack for you today is to establish a quiet time with your kids. And it's hard at first to establish this. I had a mom reach out once and say she tried to do quiet time, they just kept coming out of their rooms. You have to keep at it. My boys still come out of their rooms. I've already been interrupted one time in this video that I edited out. But listen, you establish it and you keep at it, and eventually it becomes a part of their life. They don't even question it now. So every day after lunch, we choose a subject. We use Abeka History, Abeka Science, and Abeka Health. And I love all of their books, especially their history books. But we take some time before quiet time. We sit on the couch and we read through like a history, science, or health lesson together, and it just kind of calms everyone down. It prepares everybody for quiet time, and then I will lay my youngest down for a nap, and my older boys, I will give them some work to do, some books to read. This is the time that I like to get some work done. I sit down at my computer, I answer emails, I try to record videos like this. So establish a quiet time for your children. It's so important, and you don't need to be with them 24/7. All right, my 9th hack for you, we're almost done, is to have your kids help out around the house with chores, with cleanup. This is so important. After dinner time, I'll be doing dishes. My son Gabriel, of course, vacuumed all the crumbs under the table. Just have your kids help. I think it's important to teach kids to responsibility, to make them understand that, you know, if they made the mess, they need to be the ones to clean it up, and they should help out, and there's nothing wrong with that. So that's my 9th hack for you. And then number 10 on my list that I think is really important is to avoid screens until after the kids go to bed. We all do it, we all go on our phones, whether it's to go on Instagram and post the photos like I do sometimes in the evening, or you know, maybe you like scrolling through Facebook, or maybe you're really into Pinterest, or maybe you're watching my YouTube videos. Whatever it is, I just try to wait until the kids are in bed before I do those things. If you really took, you know, took the time and recorded how many times you pick up your phone throughout the day, you would probably have a lot more time in your day to accomplish things. I used to struggle with it when the kids were really little. I would pull out my phone and start scrolling, and before you know it, sometimes an hour goes by. So I just like to keep that thing far away so I can focus on what I need to get done for the day, and it helps a lot. So anyways, I hope some of these tips were helpful for you. If you have any questions about anything I talked about, please leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer. Also, head to the blog post, I'll have more information there for you as well. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.